At 1 o'clock at FedEx Field on Sunday, it's the Washington Redskins versus the San Diego Chargers. Time to check in with Trevor Matich and see how this is shaping up.
Did we really not play hail to the Redskins? This may be the first time.
No. Trevor Matich is on the line. Trevor, look, I've been looking at statistics because I like numbers. Not a lot of difference between these two teams. I mean, the Chargers have a better passing game. The Redskins have a better running game. There is one statistic that jumps out at me, and that's how many points the defenses have allowed. The Redskins have allowed 32.7 points, and the Chargers 21.
Yeah, that's bad, especially when their quarterback Phillip Rivers is playing so well. He's really hot. The Redskins have to expect to be ready to win another desperate shootout. Although they are having some help back at safety. Brandon Merriweather, who was suspended for a game for hitting people in a mean way, is back. We'll see how long it takes him to get suspended from this game, but hopefully he can be in it for a little while before he has another illegal hit. And then Bakari Rambo, the rookie that's had so much trouble, he was benched and made inactive for the last two games because of poor play. Last week he played because of Merriweather's absence, and he actually played pretty well. So hopefully the Redskins will have a little support in the secondary against that Chargers offense.
But that is an astonishing statistic. On average, the Redskins allow 33 points a game.
Yeah, it's incredible. But see, it goes back to the same problem that they've had for a number of years, and that is they don't have any safety play to speak of. And that means the corners aren't as good. That means the run game isn't as good. A lot of things fall apart from a domino standpoint when your safeties don't play well. And it's a matter of poor play and injury. And they tried to address it in this draft and by bringing in Merriweather, but so far it's not working.
Let's shift to RG3, star of the Redskins, and really such a hero here locally, and he did not have a good game against the Broncos. We've already talked about that, but what I found interesting was after the game, Pierre Garçon, one of the wide receivers meant to receive those great passes from the quarterback, when he was asked about the offense, he said this: if you suck at passing, you suck at passing. Is it all right for a wide receiver to say that? Because who's doing the passing? The leader of the team, RG3. I mean, that you don't want that on the team.
No, you shouldn't say that publicly, but he's right. I mean, he's right. And it's not just RG3. I mean, the receivers other than Garçon aren't stepping up either. I mean, they've got as many drop passes so far this year as they had all year last year. So the receivers are part of the problem. But it's not just...
Yeah, but Pierre Garçon didn't say if you suck at catching the ball. He said passing.
Well, I think he was talking about the passing game because they're throwing the ball, and the problem is RG3 has missed too many wide-open receivers. I mean, it's not just a matter of not making the hard throws. It's a matter of not making the easy throws consistently enough. And then when he does make a big throw, like he did last week on a big third down where he hit Aldrich Robinson in the hands, Robinson dropped it. So it's hard to get any rhythm going. But it's also a matter of checking protections at the line by the quarterback. It's a matter of audibling into a better play at the line. There's all kinds of things that go into the pass game besides just throwing it. And keep in mind that Garçon played with the Colts before he came to the Redskins, and that quarterback, Peyton Manning, didn't just throw the ball well. He orchestrated that passing game to make sure the ball went to the right place at the right time. And with the Redskins right now, none of that is happening well.
You know, there was another sort of sideshow going on. It had to do with Albert Haynesworth. Now, Albert Haynesworth was on a Tennessee sports radio program and said that Shanahan is conniving, self-centered, and will run quarterback Robert Griffin into the ground. Mike Shanahan said, well, when you don't get along with somebody as head coach or an assistant coach, it usually falls into one of those areas. Lazy, lack of passion, a lot of times a lack of character. Shanahan said Haynesworth fits all three of those categories.
Wow.
Yeah.
But fun. It's kind of awesome to have all that going back and forth. And the thing is, I think they both have a point, by the way. You know, for Shanahan, it's his way or the highway, that's for sure. Haynesworth, by the way, does have one point in all of this. Now, I agree with Shanahan that he's lazy, meaning Haynesworth, that he didn't have a passion for the game. And Shanahan said that Haynesworth had questionable character. I believe all those things from Shanahan. But Haynesworth, for his part, played a role on the defense at the Tennessee Titans before he came to the Redskins as a free agent, where all he had to do was just burst upfield and cause chaos. When he got to the Redskins, they made him change defensive philosophy and actually have to grind, have to work hard every play, have to prepare hard every practice. Never had to do that with the Titans, and I think he felt like there was a bait and switch because he figured that he'd have his easy preparation and his easy game responsibilities here. So he's mad at Shanahan for that. And, to me, anytime Hainsworth talks, I hope he keeps talking on the air because he's so much fun to stir all this stuff up.
Yeah.
Robert Griffin did not finish the last game. He was injured and hobbling around a little bit. Is there any word from the team? Is he 100% for the game? And is there danger that he's going to have an exacerbated knee situation?
Well, he's been practicing, and this was his good knee that he tweaked. So, and he could have gone back into the game, according to the Redskins last week, but the score was such that they thought it was better just to keep him out. So I think he'll be playing. Again, the issue comes for the Redskins. He's got to be more accurate. The play calling has to give him more opportunities to be accurate by getting him out of the pocket so he doesn't get hit as much. And, his knee, I think, is the least of the problems right now. So much attention has been focused on the surgically repaired knee. And then this week on his other knee that got tweaked a little bit. Those things are not the problem with this Redskins offense. It's his arm, his head, and the play calling.
Well, and you keep coming back to that, the play calling. This is Kyle Shanahan. I mean, it's a very difficult situation if you're the offensive coordinator and you happen to be the son of the head coach.
Well, because you get no benefit of the doubt. If anything goes wrong, you'll be blamed. He did speak this week and say that he regrets some of the play calling in the fourth quarter. He didn't run it as much as he thought he wanted to when he went back and looked at it. But truthfully, that's not the question I wanted to ask. I don't mind if he goes to the pass a lot, because what Denver was doing was bringing extra defenders up to stop the run. That means they're weak against the pass. You should throw the pass. And you know what? You should complete it, which the Redskins did not do.
Yeah.
For one reason or another. But that was that. But the thing is, the other thing that I don't know, though, about the play calling is how much of it is Kyle Shanahan not doing the obvious things by calling more boots and rollouts, and how much of it is RG3 demanding more plays from the pocket. Now, that's a question I really want answered, because this summer, RG3 and his father, by the way, basically laid down the law to the Redskins, telling them how they would use him and how they would not use him. Well, that's not a good way to start an NFL season. And how much of that is still lingering with the play calling, I do not know. What I do know is that what I see on tape when I go back and watch that play calling, it is inefficient and it is frankly lame. But where to lay the blame, I think, will come out as time goes on.
Trevor Matich pulling no punches. Thank you so much, Trevor. Always a pleasure.
Thanks, guys.